now, let's go ahead and welcome the brother of the bride and groomsmen, Stephen Cortelli.
I didn't expect to be going last tonight, so you're kind of putting me on the spot here, so thank you. Hello, everybody. It's so great to see so many smiling faces here today. For those of you that don't know me, my name is Steve Cortelli, and I am the winner of the Brother of the Bride Award. First, I wanted to thank Gage and Krista for allowing me to be here and speak tonight. I am her only sibling, so I know that it was probably a tough call. After 24 long years, my hard work and dedication to merely existing in someone else's life has paid off. And what better reward to give that person than a long speech in front of dear friends and family? Yay me. Although I do fear public speaking, I'm honored to be standing here in front of you tonight. And I wanted to take a moment to thank you all for traveling so far to be here. We had friends and family come in from Florida, Chicago, California, and many others. It really is amazing how far some people will travel for a free meal, But if you ask me, the real deal breaker comes with the open bar. Believe me, if it were a dry wedding, I'd be out in the parking lot drinking with all of you. Instead, I have to do it in the bathroom, because apparently it's not okay to be drunk for your part of the speech. I was told it was inappropriate and a disaster. Mom, I'm looking at you. But alas, here we are. And if I may, truth be told, I've been waiting for this moment for a very long time. My sister has always been a major support beam in my life. And if I may, I'd like to take a moment to look back at the childhood Krista and I shared. Now, when Krista was 3.5 years old, my parents would give her the greatest gift she would ever receive. Me. And while I don't recall exactly how we first met, I do recall in vivid detail the first time she convinced me that I was adopted. Looking back at this moment, it was here she must have realized she was destined for a career in childcare. Fast forward to today, and here she is, a career in behavioral psychology, working with children. Well played, Krista. Well played. After confirming the existence of my birth certificate, Krista and I spent much of our early childhood on each other's nerves. We'd argue over many things, like who got to name our many dogs, who had the bigger Christmas, but most of all, who got to use the family computer first. Many battles were fought, some won and some lost. However, as time progressed, I learned that my sister wasn't my enemy. She was my role model. By the time I had arrived at high school, everywhere I went and everyone I met had the same question. Oh, you're Krista's little brother. And while at first this annoyed me, I later realized it was similar to what it felt to be in the mafia. Being that, we had friends everywhere. But the thing that stood out to Krista for me was her work ethic. She had her first job at 16, played varsity sports, and was the first member of our family to graduate from college. So as you can imagine, following in her footsteps was going to be a blast. And follow I did, along the way finding breadcrumbs, tips on how to study smarter, not harder, dating advice, and of course, that if Dad said no to going out, I could always just go in the next room and ask Mom. That one in particular working many, many times. Jokes aside, my sister has always been there for me. She shaped me into the man I am today, and I would not be here without her constant guidance and positive reinforcement. She taught me what it meant to value and respect myself when those I had surrounded myself with failed to do so. She is and always will be my big sister. And as someone who's been there from the very beginning, I can tell you right now, I've never seen her as happy as she is with Gage at her side. Gage, I wanted to thank you for treating Krista the way that you do. You're always there for her whenever she needs, and you show her that unconditional love isn't just a fairy tale. From the very beginning, I knew that you were a keeper. For starters, you were a chemist, as my dad mentioned. So if she ever wanted to break bad, she had already found her Walter White. You became a regular at our family dinners/outings, and you put up with the constant screaming that we Italians refer to as casual dinner conversations. You learned every dog's name by heart, and you mourned with us when it was time to say goodbye. You never judged us for our, at times, odd lifestyle, and you helped Krista move into her first home. You encouraged her to further pursue her education for a master's, and you were the best dog dad AJ could have ever asked for. You are smart, kind, patient, virtuous, and incredibly lucky at blackjack. Exactly. You know, there's some questions, all right? There's some questions. And although you took more than half of my bartending tip money, I know that it's money well spent because you'll spend it on each other. I sleep soundly at night knowing that you will guide my future niece or nephew into the world when the time comes. But I wake up in a cold sweat when I remember they'll be Spartans fans. Part of me wanted to include a section of this speech dedicated to welcoming you to our family, but in truth, you joined it long ago. Gage and Krista, I wish you two the best of luck in this new chapter of your life together. I love you both so very much, and with that, let us all raise a glass together and congratulate the happy couple. May they find everything they need in each other. Thank you.